decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for our main event of the evening. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring. Joe Calzaghe's self-confidence seems to just come through with each step he takes down to the ring. Well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This is 10 rounds. A hammering hook by Joe Calzaghe. Good work defensively by Calzaghe. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he threw it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Good counter punch. Well, we've been waiting all week to call this one. Teddy, what kind of fight are you expecting?
Well, the kind of guys that they get insulted if you miss them, Joe.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Calzaghe's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Joe Calzaghe. How about a return to sender with the left hand? He just missed that shot up top. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round, he has his target. He lands a straight right. Calzaghe's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Well-placed counter punch by Calzaghe. As far as the fighter with the faster hand speed goes, going up against the high stamina, high endurance guy, what is the one thing he has to be very conscious of?
Where he is, geography. That he's in the center of the ring where he can use that speed. Stay out of those corners. Definitely stay off the ropes.
You're still not moving enough. Move!
Evander Holyfield showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch. Little head knocking with that right hand. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Unable to score with the hook.
Yeah, that's it.
Evander Holyfield's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Now hugging on the inside. Good flush shot upstairs. Evander Holyfield's hurt from that. Holyfield with a block. Holyfield's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Calzaghe's doing a beautiful job here early on of counter punching.
Yeah, it's going to pay off for him later on. You know, we talk about body work paying off for you down the road, like investing, putting money in the bank. Well, counter punching pays off too, because your opponent becomes a little tentative, and then down the stretch, he's not busy enough.
And you can see blood coming from his nose.
Over your head, kid.
Evander Holyfield's got a little something coming back at him. A counter punch scored. To the head he goes with a left hand. Good biting, snapping shot by Joe Calzaghe. Zoning in with the overhand left. Nice strike after catching one by Joe Calzaghe. Nice hook by Calzaghe. Jab right hand. Nothing there on the punch by Evander Holyfield. And now you see the southpaw pulling the trigger with the straight left. Double jab by Evander Holyfield. Holyfield's hit by a counter punch there. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
You need to cover up more, okay? You're leaving yourself open.
number 3 is underway. Holyfield's at a very interesting stage of the fight. Not necessarily the moment when you're knocked down, but the start of the next round when your opponent can look at your eyes, see your legs, and know exactly where you stand. Nice block by Evander Holyfield. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Shot from Holyfield, and right from the start he's throwing the power punches and landing them.
I think he has a date. He wants to get to it.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Joe Calzaghe. Calzaghe's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. That's a clean shot, able to get it. What a big shot. Evander Holyfield's gunned down by a big uppercut. He is on the canvas. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But, Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe's damage. Can you believe this? Each man has hurt the other. Wow! Late going here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it?
One, two.
Calzaghe's back up on his feet. Now, what will be interesting to see here is how he reacts in the next few moments. And round 3 comes to an end.
Three. Need another round?
Well, let's look at Teddy's scorecard through 3 rounds. Oh, good defense there. That was a fine block by Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield's tagged by a hook. Calzaghe's going out there after just being knocked down in the last round. If you're standing opposite him, what's the mentality? What's the strategy here?
Well, you want to go after him, but you don't want to walk into a trap either. You want to kind of size him up.
Oh, and there you go. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Evander Holyfield's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you'd give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Holyfield's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Lands the counter. 4th round now with its last 10 seconds. Well, you can see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. And round 4 comes to an end. Joe Calzaghe's defense is going to need to shine when he gets back out there. I mean, just look at the close-up of that cut we're seeing.
Yeah, he's got to use his legs. You're right, Joe. He's got to get out there and buy some time for those medicines to work.
Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Calzaghe.
Nice. You're still not moving enough. Move, move.
Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say.
There it is! And for the second time tonight, he goes down.
One, 2, 3, 4, get up!
Calzaghe's back up, but is he back in the fight?
We're going to find out in a second whether or not he moves his head. Now, if he just stands there straight and you're the trainer, you better get up on those steps and stop it. He's not right.
A well-placed left hand up top. On the mark, the counter punch by Joe. Joe Calzaghe's dazed after that punch. Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt. You know, his opponent's doing a good job of just being patient now and looking for that one good shot.
Well, you know, the landscape of this business, the history of this business is littered with guys that they've had someone hurt, they get a little careless, they get caught. We better watch out that he doesn't get put on that landscape.
Come on, kid.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point, because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy, because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night, and you forget what you knew when you came in. That wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed, and it's important to remember that.
Good, solid right hand by Evander Holyfield. Blocks away that headshot. There's the combo downstairs. Calzaghe's hand speed is the difference here. I mean, that's what that combination was all about.
Yeah, purely speed. He just got off faster, sooner.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. He's sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. Look at that. Oh, that's a big shot. Joe Calzaghe's hurt. He's down and hurt. Can he beat the count?
Right now, he's thinking about another line of employment.
Get up! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, get up, 9, 10.
The ref is stopping this fight. Evander Holyfield's hand to be raised in victory. He scores the knockout here tonight. Teddy, it wasn't long ago we looked at your scorecard and he was trailing